I'm going for double G.
All right, we are back, and we have only just missed the first match as we are on and watching now during the second game here, waiting for these guys to get in, but as they're jumping on, we only have one of the switches going on, as I was only able to quickly adjust and fix one. So currently we have some of the Bobcats running in first and fourth as they are looking to maintain and hold that top lead, top position from the Waukee Warriors. Looks like one of them ended up getting first. One of the Bobcats getting some unfortunate hits there at the end as they end up getting 7th place. So that ends up putting the Bobcats in still a top position versus Waukee as the Bobcats move on to a 54-24 lead.
Wait, guys, it's like 54-24.
So good job to them there. Doing good on the second race there, finally getting some points and moving on. I know I was not able to watch the first race as they messed with some of the things while I was absent. But nonetheless, I got it back up and running. At least got one of the switches are working, so Bobcats looking also to bounce back from their first loss last week. Maybe bad luck that I was gone. I'm their good luck charm. Just kidding. Probably not. But as we move on to race number 3, we'll see how the Bobcats end up doing around this time around, as some of them holding on to that first second, kind of having a bit of a mix-up there on the wall. And looks like they're right close to each other, 5th and 4th place, 3rd and 4th. Some unfortunate mistakes there, hurting their own teammates. But only second lap, which means they still have plenty of time to come back and try to get into a top position with their teammates. Looks like they split them off as well this time around. They did 2 Birdos and 2 Yoshis. So maybe we can distinguish them a little bit. Ooh, one of them getting smashed by a rock. Kind of need to keep an eye out on those. Looks like the Bobcats all have top 4 positions now as they are leading the pack against the Waukee Warriors. Looks like a blue shell going up to try to get first player, but thrown a little bit too late as it wasn't able to catch them, and the Bobcats end up taking top 4 positions on this race. So fantastic job there as they move on top 4, get the max points as possible as they now take on a huge lead, 83-34.
Two blues. They pulled two blues. Yes.
So, looking like the Bobcats are bouncing back here from their tough loss last week. Looks like they had a bit of a connection issue from Waukee. But yeah, sometimes the Bobcats trying to bounce back from their loss last week. Tough match against Iowa City West, as it was a pretty neck and neck race, and ended up going 3 matches. So exciting race. Wish I could have been here in person, but was not. But while we wait for them to join back on and get everything, I'll just take a quick break while I try to get the other switch back and running. So we will be right back after these quick commercial breaks and everything comes back.
A heartfelt thank you goes out to all of our incredible sponsors and supporters. Without your generosity, our esports program wouldn't be possible. A special thank you to our sponsors, Raycom, MacDine, UFCW, Local 1149, JBS, Marshalltown Company, and Emerson. Your commitment and support are truly appreciated. We also want to extend our gratitude to our supporters, Subcity and Minuteman Printing and Graphics. Your contributions make a huge difference, and we're grateful to have you by our side. Together, we're able to make our program a success. Thank you for your continued partnership.
All right, we have returned and we have both switches working now. So we should be all set now. All right, so Bobcats now racing on Choco Mountain. This is one of my favorite maps. OG maps from Nintendo 64, childhood map. As we start off. So, to the Bobcats holding on to the first, second lead. Some of them jumping on the fourth. We'll jump onto the other switch to see how these guys are doing. Kind of same thing. These guys are right behind their teammates. First and third, second, third. Bit of the Waukee Warriors trying to make their way back. Using beat, knocking out one of the Waukee Warriors back. Oh, looks like we missed some action here as one of them drops down to 8th. See if one of the Bobcats can try to make their way back from 6th place. and at least try to get a better pole position than what he's currently at, or they're currently at. One of the other Bobcats slipping and hitting a banana. Banana peel, actually, not an actual banana. Bit of difficulty there for one of the Bobcat here on the right screen, as they are hovering around 8th place, 7th place. But getting a bunch of mushrooms to be able to get some boost at least. Watch out for that bomb, as the bomb ended up causing them to wipe out a bit. Still kind of delayed as they're trying to get in and finish. Ended up getting last place. Might have hurt the Bobcats a little bit. Scores ended up being restarted, of course, because Waukee ended up getting disconnected. But Bobcats are still no doubt in first place, as they were up by a significant lead. And Coach Spees having track of the score. So score is not lost. The Bobcats are still ahead as they move on and race on the third race. And more than likely, the Bobcats will take race 1, as they have had a significant lead. And starting off again on match 3, we'll switch to the other switch here. Hard to tell who's who, as they're both matching characters again. So far, the Bobcats are holding on to their, except one of them a little bit further behind, 6th place, 7th place, 6, 7. And being able to get out of those positions and move up to 4th, while his teammates in 2nd place battling it out. We'll switch on to the other guys to see how these guys are doing. 1st and 3rd, so holding their respective positions, as it's another top 4 pole position. 1st place Bobcat ends up getting hit by a blue shell and almost got hit by a red shell, but then getting some ink on his face, so not being able to see clearly as he's racing on. We have these guys holding on to their position as well. So another kind of easy lead or win for these guys, as they're holding on to those top positions again. Cutting through the little corner there. Oh, I've never noticed that. Nice job for 2nd, 3rd, 4th. So good job to these guys. Good job to everyone as they move on. Bobcats end up taking round 1 and moving up 1 game to the Waukee Warriors. So good job to the Bobcats. Good game as well to the Waukee Warriors, as the Bobcats take that 1st round from them. And we'll be moving on to the 2nd round and seeing if they continue with their success, which I don't see any issues with these guys continuing with their success. But as these guys get ready and finish up here, getting their stuff in place. Looks like they might be making some substitutions, changing stuff. Looks like they're just getting ready for the next matchup and needing to do some changes. But okay. I almost panicked because it looked like someone messed with my thing. But if you didn't catch the past few live streams, a bit of some recap. The Mario Kart team had a tough loss last Tuesday as they faced Iowa City West. And both teams are going in undefeated. And it went all 3 matches. So it was a very tough and fought match. And then Valorant team ended up losing to this exact team, Waukee, last 2 Thursdays ago, as they faced their first loss as well as an undefeated team. But the Valorant team looking to come back, or they came back last Thursday, won their bounce back match, and then they have to face Cedar Rapids Kennedy this upcoming week. So hopefully their success continues, and then they have one more match, week 8. So usually the season ends at week 7, but because during week 1 they got rescheduled because games were scheduled during spring break, and we are not in school during spring break, so we had to reschedule those matches, and they all got rescheduled to week 8. So we have one more week of this, and then more than likely both of these teams will be making it to the state showdown here in town. And state showdowns are done in person here at the Orpheum, so it'll be some exciting matchup to see both teams making it down over there. And showing off their skills. As it looks like still having some issues trying to connect and get everything situated. So we will take a quick break as we wait for these guys to join up. And we will be right back.
Just pull back a little bit. Don't try and take good lines. Be safe.
If our teammate is strong, can we?
Well, then you got to coordinate that with each other. How you're gonna go?
If Zeppelin is my teammate, can I green him?
Probably not.
If Victor isn't my teammate, if Victor is my teammate, do I assassinate him?
All right. And we have returned as the match is getting started and everyone is locking in, getting focused. As they will move on and race on the race course, Wario's Gold Mine. So Bobcats are up 1. They've won match 1 as they continue on to match 3. And this is the best out of 3 series. So if the Bobcats win this one, they will finish off and win the game. Looks like the Bobcats did have some substitutions as the initial starters, Zeppelin, Thor, Reyna, and Victor, I believe. They ended up swapping out Reyna with Ace. And I believe this one's Zeppelin and Thor. And this one is Ace and Victor. So, a bit of catching up needing to do for these guys as they are 6th and 7th place. 6, 7. And moving up in the positions as they move up to 4th position. Switch back to Zeppelin and Thor. Holding on to the 1st and 2nd position. So, not super huge gap between them and Waukee. These guys seem to be a little bit more involved as they are kind of mixed in. One of them actually made it up to 3rd place, so up there with his teammates. As one of the other racers, unfortunate there as he falls off. Oh man, that dropped him significantly down from 3rd place all the way to 7th. But nonetheless, the other Bobcat made it all the way to 3rd place as they're trying to make their way back up, but not able to make it. Almost though, that was fairly close. As Bobcats will take on race 1. 28-11.
Oh yeah.
You should have French them, but
I didn't know.
we'll do it this way.
So Bobcats already kind of in a commanding lead there as they move up 28-11. And they'll move on to Rainbow Road. Another classic map on the Super Nintendo. Oh, getting red shelled immediately there. Getting dropped to 8th place. Not able to pick up the double mystery thing. Blocking the red shell going at them, but hitting one of the blocks as it calls them to wipe out. Let's switch over to Zeppelin and Thor as they are in their respective 1st and 3rd place. Going back to these guys, looking at the Yoshi, trying to make his way back, but looks like again top four positions for the Bobcats as they're all in the lead. Now the Birdo is having a bit of a struggle trying to make their way back as they're holding on to 5th place. And finishing up here is just one of the Bobcats. First, second, third. Actually, they all got top 4. So again, max points as possible for these Bobcats, which then just extends their lead by significant now, 57-21. If they continue this, they're just gonna blow Waukee out of the water. But good job to these guys as they move on to Ice Outpost. These guys put definitely a lot of time and effort into training and practicing for these matches, as it shows during game days with their top 4 pole positions. And again, moving on, so they all start out in their respective positions of what they finished in. So they will start in first, second, third, and fourth. Unfortunate boost there as they timed it incorrectly, losing the 8th. We will actually watch him for a little bit to see if they're able to move up from 8th place. Using the piranha plant, trying to make their way back up. Not needing to be careful though, because one of his teammates is right there. Oh man, looks like one of them. Oh, looks like one of them dropped to 7th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place. So maybe a little bit of trouble as they're trying to battle it out with Waukee. Oh man, tried to take the shortcut, but ended up going a little bit too far and falling off the map entirely. Using a bullet bill to try to catch up. And some star power. Nice job there, getting Waukee knocked there. Third and fourth position, first, second. So another top 4 pole positions for the Bobcats. If they hold on to this lead, it's almost guaranteed over now at this point. Unless somehow the Bobcats end up drastically messing up. But still kind of holding on. Having some items to protect themselves as one of them dropped back down to 7th place. Almost falling down as well. But still holding on. Oh, man. A bit of a battle there at the very end. Not able to get first, second, and third as that Luigi made his way to 3rd place. But still, 1 3rd place position compared to 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 5th is not very good for the Waukee Warriors. So, nonetheless, the Bobcats for sure ended up winning this matchup as it's a huge significant lead. But we will finish off the race and watch as they race this final and 3rd race. High roll circuit. I think this is just the original new map from this thing, maybe. I didn't see anything that said it was from a different console. Unless I'm incorrect, which I could be. And another miss boost, unless it was on purpose, but who knows? Maybe. It looks like it probably is. Possibly. Oh, this one is cool. It has those little emeralds to pick up instead of the little mystery cubes. Unless... No, you know what? I'm just crazy. Those just the coins. Those are not the... Those are not the mystery stars. Shows you how often I play this game. Still pretty cool, though, to have those emeralds as the coins to pick up. First and 8th, second and 5th. Man, kind of crazy. We'll watch this. This is either Zeppelin. Zeppelin and Thor. Unsure what they are doing. Second and third for these guys. Final and third lap. This guy still in 8th place. Almost making it to 7th, but no doubt might not have taken it serious that last one, as it was pretty hard for Waukee to come back after that significant lead. 109 to 47. So pretty much doubling their score. So good job to the Bobcats as they move on to a 5-1 record, defeating the Waukee Warriors. Congratulations to them as they finish up today's match. So again, the Bobcats will be back again during week 8 as their final match of the season next week. And this week we still have the Valorant team trying to make another win against Cedar Rapids Kennedy for week 7, and then they will finish off week 8 against Waukee Northwest, who happens to be another undefeated team. So that'll be a very good matchup to watch. And again, thank you for putting up with the technical difficulties. Kind of happens when I am not here and these guys decide to mess with everything. But we got everything back in working order. So thank you again for staying tuned and for watching the Bobcat Mario Kart team play today. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and stay safe.